For this project, I'm going to show you how to drop the love bomb. These homemade sticks of pampered bliss will instantly turn any ordinary bath into a rich and relaxing day at the spa. They're easy to make, they smell incredible, and are the perfect way to show your special someone just how much you care. To start this project, you're going to need a box of baking soda, a bag of Epsom salts, cornstarch, and a little citric acid. Citric acid is the stuff on sour candies that makes your face pucker up when you eat them, and it's usually sold at health food stores by the ounce. You can also find it at ethnic grocery stores or other specialty food stores under the name of citric acid or sour salt. Now we're going to need some measuring cups to get busy mixing and manufacturing, and while you're at it, round up a decent sized mixing bowl with a lid as well. Start by dumping in 1/4 of a cup of baking soda, 1/8 of a cup of Epsom salt, 1/8 of a cup of cornstarch, and 1/8 of a cup of citric acid. Now simply pop the lid on your container and shake it as hard as you can for around 15 to 20 seconds. That's all it takes to get an amazingly intimate mix, but you might want to give it a few seconds for the dust to settle before you take the lid off. Alright, the powder's done, so let's move on to mixing the wet ingredients next, and for that you'll just need a little water, some vegetable oil, food coloring, and your choice of essential oils for fragrance. Those are at the health food store as well. Now vegetable oil works great for this recipe, but if you want to score even more points with your partner, try using castor oil instead. Measure 1½ teaspoons of vegetable or castor oil into a small container, followed by 1 full teaspoon of water. Then get the essential oils you want for fragrance and relaxation, and drip in around ½ a teaspoon, which will be anywhere between 20 to 40 drops. Eucalyptus is my favorite because it smells amazing and makes your skin tingle, but you don't have to stop there. Try taking your aromas to the next level by mixing 15 drops of eucalyptus, 5 drops of peppermint, and 20 drops of lavender for an even richer experience. At this point, you'll have a full 3 teaspoons of liquid, and the only thing left to add is a bit of color. I typically use between 12 to 15 drops of red food coloring, then blend it all together with something like a toothpick. 15 drops of red is enough to turn your bath bombs pink without having to worry about staining your skin or your bathtub. Now when we mix the liquid into the powder, it's going to start fizzing a bit, and we don't really want that. So to minimize the effect, try stirring the powder continuously while slowly dribbling the oils in over top. Mix all the liquids into the powder until you don't see any more fizzing, then simply slap the lid back on and give it another 20 seconds of vigorous shaking. With that final step, our explosive love potion is ready, and we can move on to forming them into sticks of bath bombing bliss. Cut a piece of string or paracord so it's around 7 inches long, then tie a simple knot at the bottom as close to the end as you can get it. If you want, you could also tie a little secret surprise under the string and have it pop out in the bath once everything dissolves. Now we need a way to mold the material into sticks, and for that I'm using a piece of PVC tubing 1½ inches wide and 3½ inches tall. If you don't have any PVC, don't worry. You can always use a toilet paper roll instead. Cut a strip of paper so it's just wider than the tube is tall, then roll it up and push it down into the center, and when you let it go, it should expand and fill the inside of the tube completely. Now hold the tube upright on a hard surface and carefully spoon the pinkish compound into the center 1 scoop at a time. As it gets near the top, you'll need to press the mixture back down to the bottom, compacting it firmly together with something blunt like the butt of a hammer. Fill the tube back up to the top again, but before you pack it down this time, poke a small hole in the center and shove the string halfway down inside. Gently ram the mix slowly and carefully on either side of the string to help secure the rope in place, then press the other edges down after that. This recipe will give you just enough ramming powder to fill the tube all the way to the top, and when it's packed down as hard as you can get it, carefully move the container to the freezer and let it sit for around 10 to 15 minutes to help it firm up a little bit more. While we're waiting on that, let's round up a pair of scissors, a stick of glue, and these fizzy bath bomb labels I made, which you can find for free in the description. Download and print off a copy for yourself and cut out the one that best meets your needs, or use them as a template to make one of your own. Alright, it's been about 10 minutes, and you can see how tightly compacted our bath bomb is from all that ramming, so all it takes to extract it is some firm and constant pressure at the bottom. The end of the hammer works great for leverage, and you should find your package pops out cleanly and hopefully all in one piece. Now go ahead and remove the paper to reveal your creation, and just like that, you've got a cool little bath bomb ready for use. To make it a touch more professional, let's quickly add a bit of glue to the bottom tab on our label and carefully wrap it around the side of the stick. With the edges lined up and the tabs pressed together firmly, our love bomb is packed with passion and ready to explode. These little bath bombs are so quick and easy to make, you may as well spend a little extra time manufacturing a few more. I made this special version for my wife, and it's packed with a little surprise inside for her to find later on. Bath bombs are great gifts and are designed to instantly turn any ordinary bath into a rich and luxurious experience for your special someone. They're made with love, and the coolest thing is they do all the romantic work for you. Simply toss one into a tub full of water and it erupts on contact, instantly infusing the bath with color, fragrance, and relaxation. It energetically bubbles and fizzes away because the citric acid reacts with the baking soda to rapidly release carbon dioxide gas. When the fizzling finally settles down after about a minute, there will be billions of tiny little droplets left glimmering and sparkling on the surface of the water. And for a moment in time, your love will find herself in a blissful utopia, feeling relaxed, rejuvenated, and appreciated. And if there's something hidden inside, like perhaps a small piece of jewelry, it'll give her one final surprise right when she least expects it. Well, now you know how to use simple and common ingredients from around the house to make a rich and luxurious bath bomb for the love of your life. By the way, if you don't want your bath bombs to be pink, simply make them a different color instead. I made a blue batch and used a novelty ice cube mold to make an exploding Death Star for my kids, which for some reason suddenly makes bath time the coolest thing to do. Well, that's it for now. If you like this project, perhaps you like some of my others. Check them out at thekingofrandom.com. Hey guys, this is a project I hope you do try at home. Bath bombs are so much fun to make, and I can't tell you how happy my wife has been testing all my prototypes. Now, while I've got you in a mushy mood, I need to tell you about an audiobook I really want you to download from Audible called The 5 Love Languages by Gary Chapman. That one, and of course, Men Are From Mars, Women Are From Venus by John Gray. That's a must-read as well. Most people don't realize their partners even have a love language, and they may not even realize it themselves. But based on my experience using these books, you'll learn how to crack the code on winning your partner's heart and loving every day of your relationship. These are two of the books my wife and I both read 9 years ago before we got married, and it's made all the difference in how we communicate with each other and choose to show our love for each other. My friends at Audible chose to sponsor and support this project, which is awesome because it means you can use the link in the description to go to audible.com/thekingofrandom and download the 5 love languages for free when you start a 30-day free trial. And they have a great listen guarantee, which means if you don't end up liking my recommendation, you can exchange your book for a different title anytime you want, no questions asked. Try Audible today and download your first audiobook for free at audible.com/thekingofrandom. There's no shipping and no waiting, and if you've already got an Audible account, why not use your credit this month to download the 5 love languages? I think you'll be glad you did. Thanks again for supporting and sharing my projects, and I will see you in the next project video. Talk to you then.